All right, we are back from the break. The party is getting ready to split up. Unfortunately, Seal and Mortar is not feeling great and is bowing out for the rest of the session, so hopefully he will feel better soon. We'll address anything that he learned the next session, and maybe do some retconning if necessary, but I'm not too concerned about that. Anything that comes up that he might learn, we'll just incorporate it into and possibly retcon things if necessary. So, should be fine. All right. So let's go ahead and start with Solas and Leva. First of all, Solas, you went out to spread some tales in the morning,
Yes.
and while the rest of the party was visiting the lawyer. Is it basically the same thing that you were doing before, or are you shaking things up in any way?
I would have told them about our adventures in the Corellian Moor or whatever, the farming asteroid.
Croylian Moor, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you just have the poetry proficiency, correct?
Yes, I have
right.
the poetry proficiency.
Give me 3 checks, please. Okay, so that's 3 successes. Let me make a note of that. And what sort of taverns are you visiting initially?
At the morning, I'm visiting the kind of tavern where middle-class workers would go.
Okay. All right, and then once you meet up with Leva, what kind of taverns are you going to visit in the afternoon and evening?
I would say to perhaps visit the higher class taverns in the evening.
Okay. Leva, how do you feel about that? Does that seem good?
She is more or less agreeable, but she definitely wants to go and do this at Luigi's because Luigi helped her a lot, and that will be a way of paying him back because that probably gets a lot of new visitors to him.
Okay. And you're going to be casting some illusion spells to assist?
Correct. Yes.
How many illusion
4.
spells do you have?
4 spectral, what's it?
Spectral Force?
Yes.
Okay. So let's see. So 3 of the higher class, and then the Laughing Beholder. Does that sound good to both of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I should probably get my chart up so that I know if any of these are going to be actual wild surges. Not too concerned about actual level variation. I just want to...
A Fireball's Tavern.
Yeah.
Puts a hole in it or something.
Yeah. Just want to ensure that the fireball is appropriate.
You wanted to spread the word of the good intention of the company of the Broken Sword. As you walk into that tavern, you got all the patrons all nice close together,
Lafdul, you're basically jinxing us now.
That's his
they're all
job.
nice
That's his
close
job,
together, so they'll fireball.
I thought his job was healing and lockpicking, not making things harder for us.
So the good news, no wild surge.
Oh, that's not good news.
It's good news for Leva's goal. Now, I will say, I do think that Lafdul did jinx things a little bit, because I rolled 4d20, I got a 1, I got a 1, I got a 1, I got a 3.
Told you,
Yeah.
Lafdul jinxed us.
Now, luckily, because
Favorably.
this is very narrative focused, doesn't matter. But I was highly amused by getting 3 natural ones in a row.
Yeah, it's the Lafdul effect.
Yep, exactly. Now that, if you asked Erevan about Lafdul, I'm pretty sure he would be like, yeah, it's me, all me. All right. So go ahead and give me 4 proficiency checks, poetry proficiency checks, Solas.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't he get better results because Leva helps him with
I'm
the
keeping that in
spectral?
mind. I'm keeping that in mind. I mean, if he'd rolled like a 16, then I'd be like, yeah, that was good enough. Anyway. All right, so that is 4 successes. Okay, so that goes quite well overall. And Solas, for the first part of your day, you will make 3 gold pieces
Okay.
in assorted coins. And for the second half of the day, you'll need to split this. Well, I'll just say that you each get 5 gold pieces.
Well, Solas will pay for what he eats and drinks. Normal drinks, not alcoholic drinks this time.
That'll be included
during the day.
in
Yeah,
how
and
much you make.
rest of that money he is going to donate to his church.
Okay.
Since he
Well,
feels
Leva
that
Go ahead.
Since he feels that while he is doing it is for the company, he is also at the same time doing something he feels is in the teachings of Ogma by spreading bardic tales.
All right. And Leva?
Well, Leva buys some rounds at Luigi's.
All right. I'm just saying that like this is your net gain, so
Yeah, but that's just
anything
still...
reasonable that you spend is I'm not going to deduct from that what you made. That's fine. All right. So you have I will definitely be taking that into account for any of the checks made during the jury trial portion itself. Was there anything in particular that you guys wanted to emphasize?
Basically how the company has done good work for the Bral and the Sphere in general.
All right. And Leva, with your illusions, anything you want to emphasize with the illusions that you create?
Well, she wants to support Solas, but she also wants to show that sometimes things might go wrong, but she wants to show it in a rather funny way.
Okay.
I have perfect for this situation. Since the story that Solas told was about the farming asteroid where Lafdul had the encounter with the crow.
Oh, selling my reputation.
So basically trying to say that, like, things can go wrong, but they work out in the end kind of thing?
Yeah, and that there's no bad intentions on behalf of the company.
Okay. Okay.
That basically that we are not perfect, but we are trying our best for the people.
All right. All right. So, Braxon, Lafdul, were you going to go with him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you did get a message from Ekith Noberduk that
Mhm.
he has spoken with his father, and you can go visit him and see what what he has to say about that.
Okay, we should probably do that first then, if that's okay with you, Lafdul.
Yeah.
Okay.
Follow your lead, Captain.
All right. So you meet with Ekith. He's asked you to meet him in a dwarven tavern in the dwarven section of town, and he'll pay for your.
Going to Dwarf Town.
I'm sorry.
It's an elf going to Dwarf Town. It's not a good scene for laughter. It's a mental image.
It's not as bad as you might think on Bral.
We did rescue them.
Yeah. You do get some friendly jibes sent your way by some inebriated dwarves, but
doesn't Braxon's special belt make the dwarves like him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got like a +2 to your reaction adjustment, I think.
Yeah, like everyone thinks Braxon's an idiot, apart from the dwarves who think he's awesome.
I think it's actually that your
gnomes as
charisma
well,
is too
no?
higher with dwarves.
Yeah.
What is your charisma with the dwarves now?
Well,
If it's too higher.
It's 2 more than it is without the dwarves. So yeah, he normally has a charisma of 10, but he gets -1 for people that aren't dwarves, and he gets 11 with stout halflings and gnomes, and 12 for dwarves.
Okay.
So there you go. See.
All right. So you do get some friendly jibes and insults thrown your way, Lafdul, but Ekith calms him down and says, "Hush, you lot! I have a business meeting that I need to hold with them." And you get kind of a quiet corner in the tavern. Ekith orders some food and drink for you if you're interested.
Sure.
Yes, please.
And then he says, "Well, I've spoken with my father, and we've discussed the situation. He's not able to do too much in your favor at the moment, but I am able to speak on your behalf.
Okay.
My name should carry some weight, and I can speak directly to what you did in my favor. Given the amount of time that has passed, it is no longer needed to keep it all a secret and everything."
Okay. Well, Braxon would say the names of our lawyers, and he'd say, maybe, I don't know if you want to talk to us first before we go to the lawyers, if there's anything you want omitted from the story.
No, he's a character witness. He'll say things as he thinks.
I know. But it was, the problem before was that somebody was trying to get leverage against.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, the big thing that he'll tell you is that,
enough.
given that he was rescued and his
Yeah.
father didn't need to do any of that in the end,
Okay.
has rendered most of that moot. Although they still don't know who did that, like who was actually behind that.
Yeah. All right. What?
Leva would suggest that he talks to the lawyer, so the lawyer can tell him what would be good to tell and what wouldn't.
You're not there though.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean, the lawyer will probably
just
give
Braxon.
that spiel
Yeah.
in any event, because we got to send a runner to the lawyer for each one that confirms.
Yeah, Braxon will say where the lawyer is, and that they'd want him to go in and chat to them at some point.
No, I'd give a runner a silver piece after this, and obviously convey the message. It's silver piece appropriate, isn't it?
That's actually more than enough, yeah.
Yeah.
And Ekith will say, I'll meet up with him, talk to him about what I can say and what I can't, what I'm likely to be asked, that sort of thing.
Thank you very much. It's much appreciated.
Can you tell me anything about what's going on? I have a better idea.
Braxon will take him through a rundown of events and the coincidences that have happened, where someone seems to have been close to us when we've been trying to rescue people and stuff, and a sword fell on him, and then another time a roof slate landed near him or something like that. No, he was next to a pub that blew up.
Yeah, we learned firsthand of don't experiment with unknown toys in the middle of town.
He gets a good laugh about that. Then he says, "Aye, that does sound quite suspicious."
Yeah, I'm wondering if the guy's got a cursed item that's making him follow us around or something.
I don't know.
Because we didn't know who he was.
No, the guy seems to be rather unfortunately in our path, I guess. I don't know, and intertwined with our destiny somehow. I don't know. It's really quite amusing, and rather regretful kind of way, unfortunately, as it's levered against us.
Well, I can certainly testify to your good nature and benefit to at least the dwarven people on Bral. Myself
Thank
and
you
my
very
friends
much.
wouldn't be here today if not for you, and I'm happy to tell them
yeah.
that.
We appreciate your father's contacts with the asteroid. This is the same guy that recommended us, wasn't it?
Yeah, and you did get some free work as a reward. You will need to pay them soon, though, just so you know, to do more work.
Yeah, this would be negotiating that, I suppose, at this point.
Not necessarily.
No?
I mean,
No,
that you'll end up doing that with the foreman on the asteroid. But at the very least, before you either take a big long downtime here on Brawl, if you decide to do that, or leave Brawl to go do other things, you'll definitely need to pay them enough to keep them working. So
yeah. So getting sued for loads of money is probably not a good idea.
I mean, it might work. It might work out. You never know.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll make you more humble.
Yeah. We can always do a bit of farming on the underside if we go bankrupt.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's going to be the
always work for you.
The next Spelljammer adventure will be 5 years of us digging potatoes.
Potatoes. All right. So, is there anything else that you want to tell him or prepare him for, or questions for him, or anything like that?
No, just speak of our character, our honest opinion of who we are. That's all we're asking of any of our character witnesses, really.
That I can do.
He had good intentions, and they just played out as they are, because he happened to be where he was, and he was just a bystander, unfortunately.
I guess Braxon would ask if he's in touch with any of the other people that we rescued from there, in case we'd like to.
Well, yes, obviously
the more character witnesses.
They're all my close friends, but if we'd all be saying the same thing, I don't know that it would be much use.
Oh no, yeah, I didn't mean your friends. There were some other people we rescued at the same time that just happened to be there.
Oh right, them. Oh yeah, no, I don't know what happened to most of them.
Okay. Fair enough then. Yeah, I mean, obviously I wish them well, but we weren't intending to need to track them all down.
I mean, he can testify to what you did with the others and stuff. So
fair enough. Yeah, because there was that barge batar full of people as well. So it was other people we rescued that had nothing to do with him. So yeah, okay.
All right, and
Is he
Um,
okay with the? Is he okay with the address of the lawyers?
Yeah, so
Because he has
he'll
got a
go
file.
speak with the lawyers, and like actually organize some, like the lawyers will take care of like a discussion with him. That is going to be billable time though.
Yeah. No,
Mhm.
obviously, yeah. Braxon will say to him before he goes, if you ever do find out who it was who set you up, do let us know because we would be interested in helping.
Oh, indeed, and the same goes for you if you ever find that out as well.
Yeah.
I don't say this out loud, but I'm pretty sure there are some things we could try. I think to myself.
To find out who did that.
Mm,
Yeah, but it's also been many years. Like it's been a number of years since then at this point. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'd have to prove it. At least to House Noburak. And if it was someone that was quite powerful on Bral, we couldn't just go and punch him on the nose. We'd have to have some sort of evidence. But it might be worth being able to warn the dwarves. Okay. I guess we go on to if Solas did tell us to go follow up with House Kalane, did he do that?
well, Solas had only gone to ask him about the lawyer rather than like ask him about showing up. So this would be essentially a different visit.
Oh,
The
right.
thing with Solas was
Okay.
the Elven Imperial Navy.
Yeah. Okay.
If he, if he said that they'd be getting back to you guys and
Yeah.
just go in my place, then
All right.
you can try that.
Yeah. I suppose we'll go off to House Kalane then, if that's okay with you, Lafdul.
sure.
What we'll do is on the way there, when we pass any taverns, we'll listen out to see if we can hear poetry from Solas.
This you're expecting like Romeo and Juliet levels of poetry being like on a theater, or
You'd actually have to go in for that kind of thing.
Would we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's not something you're gonna hear out in the street.
Yeah.
Romeo and Juliet level poetry telling about Lafdul and the Crow.
Yeah, I'm sure that would get a few gold being thrown your way. My expense, no doubt.
All right, so you head over to House Calhane and meet with the secretary there, and she welcomes you in and says, "Ah, yes, the Company of the Broken Sword. One of your member came by the other day. What is it that you need? Is this about that merchant that you were asking about?"
It is, yes. I was wondering if it would be possible to get a character witness. We're being sued by someone that just happened to be near us when something unfortunate happened. And they seem to think we've got it in for them for some reason.
Well, that is certainly unusual. I can certainly speak with Mistress Calhane and see if she would be willing. This is in regards to your assistance years back about the loss of her
Yes.
vessels.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
we're
will...
basically looking for character witnesses to establish the fact that we're basically out to try and help people on Bral, and we're not troublemakers.
I will definitely speak with her and see if she can do that. Do you have a time frame on when you might need her to speak in court?
Braxon would say when the court case is 5 days, wasn't it? Or
That's when the
That's when the
initial...
initial hearing
Yeah.
starts. So
Yeah.
it would be either
Yeah.
5 or more days time. Well,
Yeah,
at the 5th day or onwards.
and he would say who our lawyers are and that they would want her to speak to him beforehand.
Yes,
to the rose before.
we have dealt with Javorst, or Javlarst. I will speak with Mistress Calhane and send you a message when she has made a decision.
Thank you very much for your time.
No problem, and I wish you luck on your court battle.
Thank you.
Okay. I mean, do you have any
I make-
specific questions for the secretary before you leave?
I just make a small mention. Have you heard of any? I mean, this is small talk. I mean, it's been bothering me since we've been back in Bral. I've been hearing that all the piracy's gone up quite a bit since the Elven Imperial Navy pulled out some forces. How's that been playing out? I'm just making small talk.
Yes, it is. It has been pretty bad. It has definitely cut into our profit margins. We've had to hire on extra mercenaries on all of our ships. Luckily, our vessels have avoided being hit as of yet, but we are taking extra precautions and changing up our schedules and trying to be more random about when we leave, just in case there are any spies about reporting such things, as it was years back.
Hmm.
Do you have any leads on who might be doing the piracy?
No, unfortunately, every vessel that we believe has been hit has just gone missing.
Okay. If you hear anything, we'd obviously be interested in.
Yeah, and this is up
catching new
our alley.
pirates.
Well, actually, let me rephrase what she would say. She would say, like, a significant number of ships have gone missing. Those that have not have reported, like, actual pirate visits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It seems too organized, if you ask me.
Yeah. Braxon would say, when we're done with this, would you mind if we came and spoke to someone? We don't want to know what your ships are going to do in the future, but would you mind if we came and spoke to someone about what's happened where you know of ships that have been attacked, in case we can see a pattern?
Well, since none of our vessels have been attacked as of yet, and we have not lost any,
Okay.
is not something that we'd be able to
Yeah, I
especially help you
guess.
with.
I guess, yeah.
We
Alright.
would have probably mentioned that with the dwarf. I've only just realised, I don't know if you'd allow that to be retconned, but we'd be going for each house, I guess.
Arkan
something that I wanted
Noberduck
to do.
primarily makes his money by owning land here on Bral. He's one of the few who does. And that is one of the reasons why he is in the position that he is. He doesn't deal a whole lot with ships. He does deal with merchants because he needs to, as a property owner, he does purchase a lot of, commodities, wood, leather, roof slates, things for repair, building rebuilds, that kind of thing. So he doesn't he doesn't have any ships.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I guess we'll have to go to other people to look up the piracy.
Yep.
But thanks very much for the rundown.
I mean, the pragmatic order of thought would maintain a reward list right now for known pirates and for anything related to discovering what is going on.
Yeah, I do want to go to them at some point. Cause I was also thinking of going to House Yellar.
You were House Yellar?
Yeah, because they were the people that were being set up to be. It was before they were being set up to be the people that House Kalane was supposed to suspect House Yellar. But I guess we'd be better off going to the pragmatic order of thought. They're more likely to give us a character witness.
Yes, and if you wanted to learn about you didn't have a whole lot of contact with House Yellar once you ruled them out.
Yeah.
Then there was nothing else for you to do with them, kind of thing. So they're not going to have much to say.
They won't be able to give a really good character witness for us.
Right.
But the pragmatic order of thought could.
Yeah.
because they will know. We've done a couple of operations with him where we've rescued people.
Okay.
Okay. We'll go to them next, then, please.
What about
think you
the
go
Elven
through
Imperial
next.
Navy?
Elven
That
Imperial
was
Navy was supposed to be
Solas's,
Solas.
wasn't it?
Right, but if you
geez.
guys said, like, if Solas said that you could go if you had that conversation.
I don't know. Did
I
he?
can deal with the Elven Imperial Navy.
Okay.
I mean,
Alright,
if we
that's fine. Alright, so
coincidentally
that's fine.
meet him back at the office,
That's fine.
then
That's
we'll
fine.
all go
Yeah,
together.
That's fine. You can go to the Pragmatic Order of Thought. The main place that they like to hold meetings is a tavern called the Rock Rat. And
Oh, the Rock Rat. Yeah.
let's see if I can remember which one that one is. 96.
I'm not seeing you ping.
I haven't pinged yet.
Okay.
I need to actually find it. I got the number.
One ping only. We need
Let's see.
we need an interactive map of Bral on a website.
96 is...
Oh, yep. I thought that I read that as 98, but then I saw
Right,
another
yeah.
98, and I was like, wait, that can't be it. So yeah.
I guess we're getting a bit of exercise going backwards and forwards.
I mean, I don't remember
Well,
exactly where I had put House Calhane, but I'm pretty sure it was in this northern part of town.
Was
I
it?
think.
Oh,
I think
okay.
so.
I thought they would have been in the middle city, but okay, fair enough.
I mean, part
Yeah,
of
I
this
suppose
is
if it's a warehouse, then yeah.
yeah. All right, so you head to the Rock Rat, and there's kind of like a always a member of the Pragmatic Order of Thought in there that they like to meet. You're eyed by the ogre bouncer as you enter. His arms are crossed, and he's watching you suspiciously. But he does that to everyone. So you go in and find the table that a member of the Pragmatic Order of Thought is basically always at, and looks up from a meal and drink that he's having, and says, "Are you looking for the member of the Pragmatic Order of Thought?"
Yes. I'm Braxon Miacc of the company of the Broken Sword, and this is my colleague Lafdul. We've had some dealings with you before. Would you mind if we sat down with you?
Yes, please do. You're an adventuring company, then?
Yes. We've rescued some slaves in the past. We were
Do you remember which mission that was? Perhaps something with us. I mean, was that? I'm not familiar with your group.
We were pursuing some Neogi.
Hey.
That often goes without saying. It's neither here nor there. What can I do for you?
We were hoping to see if we could get a character witness from the person who hired us. Well, the person who hired us is gone, I believe, but there's a new leader now. Unless the leadership's changed again since we've been away.
Do you remember who you dealt with?
Oh,
hang on. Was this? Because
This was when before Yelden last, I think, when you guys were up against the Yogi and
yeah,
Bral.
we were helping Yelden with his quest, and that was when we had the Drow betray us, and I got his equipment off him, and he killed the guy because they believed they got infiltrated by a Drow.
So we were dealing with someone called Karawith.
Oh wait, hang on, I might have his name.
So I'm not sure if Karawith is the person that changed. Hang on. Oh no, Karawith went and then Royard took over.
Oh, yes, Royard, yes. I can certainly bring your name up with him. Is this in relation to anything in particular?
Well, okay, so basically somebody's had a couple of misfortunate accidents near where we were, and they've decided to bring a court case against us and say that we're no good ne'er-do-wells who are setting out to ruin their life, and we like a character witness to, to tell the truth that we're the sort of people that rescue slaves and do other good deeds. As well as that, we've also been hearing about raids by pirates and stuff. I don't know if there's increased slavers operating at this time, but after we've dealt with this court case, we would be looking for work if there's any.
Well, I will definitely bring it up with Royard about this lawsuit, see if he can help you out. As for the piracy, it's a big mystery on exactly what's going on.
Okay.
What we do know so far, we have posted rewards in addition to known the known pirate groups that are still operating and uncaught in the area. There's been a number of ships that have vanished. Most people think that it is increased pirate activity, but there are certainly some people who are unsure about if that is the case. So we have a standing reward of 10,000 gold pieces for anyone who can bring solid evidence of what exactly is going on and who is behind it. There's others who think that maybe there's a new sort of a pirate king or something like that has been organizing the pirates into organized groups.
Okay.
Rather than working against each other. And so should anyone learn exactly what's going on, 10,000 gold pieces can be theirs, and if anyone solves the problem, we have a standing offer of 25,000 gold pieces.
Right. Okay, well, we did manage to solve a similar problem in Kryn Space a few years back, using a magical device of ours. We need to get rid of this lawsuit problem first, so. Yeah, I'd be very keen to talk to you, because we would basically need a personal possession of somebody that was on a ship that went missing, and we could use that with a magical device we have to try and track down the location of that person if they're still alive. That will be our in for working out where the pirates are.
Well, I'm not sure what we could do in that regard. You'd have to go talking to a number of, the family members of crew members and things like that.
Yeah. We'll when we got this out the way, we'll definitely look into that. So we'll probably come back and have a chat with you. You can give us some leads.
I'd be more than happy to, and I will speak with Royard about whether he can help you out with this lawsuit that you are.
Yeah,
facing.
we would very much appreciate it, because I would rather be out catching pirates and slavers and other bad people than be messing about in a court defending ourselves.
Fortunately, that comes with the fame.
Yeah.
It seems that.
So Braxon will give him the details of our office just in case Roy doesn't remember, or I can't remember we had the office at the time, and he'll also say what lawyers we're using.
We will send you a message when I've spoken with Royard.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Anything else that you wanted to do? Overall, that would take a fair bit of time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I can imagine. Let me have a look. I think that kind of mostly exhausts all the people we can get witnesses from.
So after that, we help. Was that after Higamus or before Higamus
Well,
died?
The problem is a lot of the adventures we've done have been away from Bral.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I was
so
thinking.
we're not the one I don't remember because I don't have notes is Adventure 7, The Pirate's Treasure. I can't remember what that was.
I
know
think we found a treasure
We found a treasure
map.
map from a goblin ship where you found your rather lordly mate
right.
and some
That
other
was-
elven stuff that they were not very happy that we sold that
Yeah.
on the market.
Yeah, that was a solo kind of adventure we had where we went to check out a treasure map.
Yeah.
That
But
didn't
that-
Yeah,
involve
but
anybody else.
that was something we gave back to the prince, and obviously he's not going to collaborate our story and
Oh,
because
yeah,
he doesn't
yeah.
get involved.
Yeah, I already went and tried to get a statement on that, and yeah, they told us to go away. Okay.
Well, I was reminded of something, and if nothing else, we could ask the crew that we had to if they don't want to come in as character witnesses or anything, that they testify that we were on the road, that we were on the road. We were away from Bral for 2 years and more, and therefore could not have known anything
Oh,
about the merchants' businesses anywhere.
I was thinking we'd use Isit for that because you've been using spells to communicate with her, haven't you?
True.
So she'll have records of us talking to her from
Yeah.
another sphere.
Well, I
I
still
could have been in the room beside her and sent a message to her. That's not proof. That's just yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's proof unless the guy
Uh,
disputes it.
So I agree with Loa. I think you should go ask some of the crew because they could help collaborate the whole gem story, like I said before, with the lawyer.
Yeah, but if they're on our payroll, they can be dismissed as being biased or something.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying we should ask several people because the more there are, the less the chances are that everybody confabulated the whole thing. If everybody agrees, we were away, we came into a cosmic storm or something really weird, and then we spent our time going from here to there to somewhere else, trying to find our way back, then I think it could work out if they all agree.
We've got our ship's log, so we could get our lawyer to look through our ship's log if we want to do that.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
but the
definitely put
logs
in.
can be.
You can definitely. Well, I mean, but again, like ultimately, this is going to come down to who they believe. You are the plaintiff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So a lot of it is going to be, this is, he said, she said kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I think Iset can give evidence that she was getting messages from us when we weren't on Bral. Then the guy apparently said when we came back we gave him problems straight away. So I don't think the guy's disputing that we weren't there. I don't think he was disputing that we weren't there.
Yes, he was, because he reckoned that we did it deliberately. We flooded the gem market because we wanted to hurt him.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what we needed to disprove, like Leva said. And getting some of our crew there, the people that we were trying to get the money to help pay would be a good way to help disprove that.
I mean, some of the families would put up missing reports of missing families and stuff after 2 years, wouldn't they? You heard any news or, of so-and-so missing? It's been 2 years.
I'm presuming.
And like one of the comments here says, the crew are now free agents, so they are not in any way dependent on our money. So if they sign something like that, it's of their own free will.
Yeah.
Also work
I-
against us, don't
I-
forget,
I
if they're
would,
bribed enough.
I would suggest using all 3 points: the logbook, the ISEC, and the previous crew.
Yeah. Yeah. I am assuming that if you was talking to Iset, that she would have been passing on message to people that were coming in and asking about the cruise.
Well, yes, wasn't one of the people from the Elven, from the army, the Imperial Army or whatever?
Navy.
Elven Navy.
Yes.
Yeah, it was,
You mean
it was
Lenelius?
Lenelius was from Grey
Nonetheless,
Space.
He's
He's
already
gone
left.
though. He's gone. He went on
one
to
of the
Grey
people
Space.
we rescued from the Vixen event, the Were Ox. One of those was Solas, got a name for. Well, I found out the name. Solas went and chased up, I think. To see whether or not the officer was still around in Bral.
But that was a separate. That's a separate situation. That's,
Oh, wait,
that doesn't have
he's not
anything to do
in-
with you not being here on Brawl for the last 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
Alt?
So,
Question.
Mhm.
Is there a way for the court to contact people who are absent? Like do a sending to them?
No.
it's high level magic at that anyway, or mid level.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't bring them into the courtroom, then they will. You have to do without.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless the opponent's side agrees to some statement of fact that you're asserting.
But that doesn't actually answer the question, because even if it was allowed, how could they contact them? If Lever were to contact them, then it's just again a matter of I did a sending and they answered, and nobody can prove that.
No, what I mean is that if you want someone to say, I swear under oath that they were not on Brawl on this specific date, you don't
That's
need.
a deposition, isn't it?
Well, you don't need someone to do that if the other side is like, we agree that that's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a stipulation.
So the only thing we have to do is to have them agree. What do you think about the cruise idea?
I'm all for getting our crew involved.
Yeah, go for it.
I mean, yeah. We've spent a lot of time with them. They should be. Well, they're going to be disposed towards us because of the time we have spent with them.
Yeah, but they're no
So-
longer on our payroll, so they don't have to worry about us saying that they work for you currently.
Every
so of
character-
course they're vouching.
And every character witness that we find who is coming to the court will be disposed towards us.
If we
They will
start
like us,
doing that,
otherwise they wouldn't come.
we start
we
doing
don't
that. Who's to say the opposing team don't find a generic person, say he was part of our crew at some point, and gives us bad reputation? Oh no, the company and the broker said they were bad people, you know.
I would think we have some kind of employee
We don't
records
remember
rule here.
every crew member.
We don't, but we would have to have some kind of records since the
Braxon,
part of the contract is that if they die during the trip,
Yeah.
we provide their payment to next of kin. So we would have to have some kind of records.
Yeah, we
Braxon.
will have to have. I'm just saying, just be aware that if we start doing this, that's what they'll likely do.
Well, then we
Yeah,
just
well, yes.
provide that.
Braxon would know who all our crew were because I was saying to all early on about the names of everyone. And he said he didn't want to give individual names, right? Braxon would have made a point to get to know everyone.
And certainly,
And
like,
he will.
you were on a ship with all these people for the last 2 years.
Yes.
Braxon in particular, probably Ockar as well, would have gotten to know all of them reasonably well. At
They're
least
probably all-
names, faces, and skills. Even if you don't
They're
know their
probably
like
scouts.
personal joy, you know, like personal interests and stuff like that. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I interrupted, but they have scars too that they can show. This is from that battle over there, and that is from this battle, and this is from this stupid dragon and stuff like that.
Sorry, Lafdul doesn't have any scars. His will regenerate.
Does she
Yeah, I'm
have
not
scars
talking
from the
about you. I'm
combat?
talking about the crew.
So when you said what was it about something these jewels, I was like, yeah, Lafdul was being tossed around by a crocodile at one point.
I mean,
Uh,
Lafdul, you do have scars, emotional
I
scars.
do. Oh wow!
Of
Just
the
be
crow.
listening.
and you have scars from time before you got the Ring of Regeneration.
Oh, I'm thinking specifically
too
of the
mu-
crow. And Jewel, emotional scars. Anyway, we're
Also to the Lafdal's point that the opposition could provide some person that claims to have been part of our crew. They would have to somehow prove that they were part of our crew.
We should
Yes.
make sure our logbooks are more securely kept in case they try anything like that. I doubt it, but you never know.
Yeah, but are we agreed that we want to get some of our crew members from the most recent trip?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone was saying we shouldn't do it.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
don't think anyone was saying no, but you know.
the only thing I said is we might want to get them to do a deposition where they say a statement to our lawyer, and our lawyer says, "Here's 6 depositions from the crew stating when they were with us." That covers that period.
We can discuss that with the lawyer, but okay.
Yeah. But yeah, okay.
To Alt then.
you're pretty quiet there.
I said to Alt then.
Yeah, I mean, like to a certain extent, like if you just let your lawyer know that you want to call some of your crew, I'm not gonna like figure out what who you want to call at what point. Keep in mind, so the way that this is going to work is that the plaintiff is going to go first. So you can react to what he does in terms of like, okay, yes, we do need crew in, or no, we don't need crew in, kind of thing, you know? So in a lot of ways, like, you don't need to worry too much about, like, the specifics on some of that stuff, because, like, you can keep in mind, like, some of these are people that you only need if certain things are brought up, kind of thing. So... Okay, so that's probably a good amount for that day. Oh, actually, no, sorry, I completely forgot. Ockar, you wanted to go meet with the 2 potential candidates for your to be your squire.
Yeah.
Okay, I had something written down. Give me a second. Where did I put that? Okay, so you had talked to Anghammarand about 2 young individuals that you'd be choosing between for your squire. So you head over to the temple to speak with him?
Yeah.
Okay. So Anghammarand welcomes you in and says, yes, Ockar, what can I do for you today?
I wanted to check in about what we discussed before about the squires.
Yes, I had discussed with some of the other families and individuals who were looking for service in Tyr's honor. 2 candidates came to light. The first one is Ingritha, and he will go over her family. And then he says, and the other one is Bjarvor. and he talks about his family. Bjarvor is a year younger than Ingritha. Ingritha has already shown herself quite scrappy in street fights that she's gotten into, and a tendency to defend her. Like, she's the eldest child, so she's shown a tendency to defend her younger siblings. Bjarvor is an only child, and he is more bookish, but very interested in the law and justice and serving in Tyr's temple. What are you? So he'll then ask you what you're looking for specifically in a squire. Either of them would be suitable, and both of them have expressed interest in that possibility.
Well, based on your descriptions, I'd be interested in someone who's more about protecting people and is decent in a fight. I think out of two of them, I think Ingritha fits the bill of what I'm looking for more in a squire.
Well, shall we go visit her family and speak with her?
Yes, that would be good.
Okay. So you head to the neighborhood. It's the same neighborhood that you grew up in, but you've also been away for a number of years. You do vaguely recall both of them, but they're quite a bit younger than you. So they're not really they weren't in like they were real little kids when you were still, like a teenager and then joining the tier service and everything like that. So they've obviously both changed substantially. You visit Ingritha's house and family, and you definitely know the family a bit better by just general contact and stuff like that. And you have a productive conversation with them, and Ingritha is 16 years old, and she's quite eager to join Tyr's service, and you definitely see a little bit of your younger self in her and everything like that. And she does seem to be a good match. Do you have any questions for the family? Anything that you want to discuss with them?
Well, I'll tell them that if she's going to be my squire, as part of her training, she's going to be joining me and my company for various adventures. I'm asking if they're going to be fine with her being away for long periods of time as we travel to other crystal spheres.
Ingritha's father says, we'd kind of come to that, accepting that a number of years ago when she started expressing interest in serving Tyr and doing works in his honor. Luckily, her little brother will be taking over our bakery, so she is not in. The family is not in desperate need for continuing on with the business, but that is what she wants. And while we will worry about her, we know that she will be doing good things both for Tyr and in the greater service of Odin.
Yes. When it comes to this kind of training, she will be facing danger quite often, as I will be taking her into combat with me. I will do my best to keep her safe, but you'll have to understand that there are risks involved with this line of work as an adventurer.
Yes, we understand that. We understand that. My brother went that route. He did lose his life fighting some pirates a few years back, but he did great deeds, and we know he is in Asgard with the gods now, and praises are being sung about him as we speak in the halls. And we see much the same in Gritha.
Okay. Does he have any, has he had any training before now in sword arms? Or will I have to, start with the basics?
She has had some, but certainly not as formal as she would like. That is what we are hoping we can. That is one thing that she is hoping to get from you.
Okay. And I've been told that he's a bit of a wild one, getting into some brawls in the neighborhood.
Yes, but she never starts them.
Okay. I might need to teach her the value of patience and conflict resolution that doesn't involve sworded arms, because you need to pick your battles.
Well, she is young, and I'm sure age and teaching will bring such things to her. We will miss her, but as long as you promise that she will have time to visit with us whenever you are on Bral, and
Of
you will
course.
swear to Odin and Tyr that you will do your best to protect her.
Of course. I swear to it. To both accounts. Whenever we're in Brawl, she'll be free to visit you whenever she wants.
And we
And I
will
will keep her safe with my very life.
then we will accept this squireship.
Of course. I still need to meet with the other candidate to see if he's suitable and decide between the two of them, but right now I think I have a good idea of Ingritha's abilities.
We understand that.
Thank you for your time.
So, Arngrimmer and you will head over to the other family.
Mm-hmm.
And you will meet with Bjarvor. Bjarvor's parents are both scribes. They both work as scribes, and so he has a lot of training in that. He can already read and write. So you meet with them. They welcome you in, offer you some, small meal kind of thing, snack type thing, and some tea, and say, yes, Arngrimmer has told us about you, that you were looking for a squire. Bjarvor has expressed considerable interest in joining Tyr's service, and is interested in serving as a warrior fighting for justice. Please tell us more about what kind of dangers he would face.
Well, I am part of an adventuring company, the Company of the Broken Sword. We travel from Crystal Sphere to Crystal Sphere when we're not in Brawl Space. We've faced several different kinds of threats in our adventures. I will be honest, a lot of them are were rather dangerous and deadly. We've faced manticores and dragons and some things I'm not even allowed to tell you about because of agreements with the Imperial Navy. But dangerous things indeed. It is not a line of work for the faint of heart.
Our boy is quite courageous. We have paid for him to have some sword training as well, and he is certainly proficient at it.
Okay. Has he thought about going into the priesthood?
Yes, and that is something that he has considered as well. But this opportunity has struck him more as something he would like to do. He's certainly read many tales about great warriors in Tyr's service and the service of other deities than ours, and such things appeal to him.
Okay. And you said that he was a skilled scribe?
Yes, he knows how to read and write already.
That's good.
He's read
Um,
many books.
What other skills did he have?
Well, he is quite a good speaker as well. All the other children do look up to him. He's reads to them quite often, and especially enjoys describing to them tales of heroes and monsters and things of that nature.
I see. And you're okay with him going into leaving for long periods of time, right? Because we've had situations where we're gone from Brawl for weeks or months, most recently even a couple years, depending on what happens.
Well, of course we'd rather not, but it is his decision. He is old enough now to make his choices.
Okay.
If you'd like a
Well,
demonstration of his sword skill, he is ready and willing to display it for you.
that's something I would like to see.
All right, so he will hand you a practice sword and pick one up himself, and you do some sparring, and you probably would have done this with Ingritha as well.
Yeah.
And Bjarvar is competent, but he's never going to be superb. He will absolutely be able to defend himself and hold himself in a fight, but you can tell that he's never going to be one who can turn the tide of a fight with his swordsmanship. Ingritha is better at it, definitely. She has a natural aptitude to it, whereas you can tell that Bjarvar has clearly had to work a lot harder to learn his sword skill to get to the point he's at.
Okay. I will keep him under consideration. I'm still deciding, but I will put, even if I do not pick him as my squire, I will put in a heavy recommendation for your son to join if he wishes to join the priesthood or is trying to become a squire under another paladin to help bolster his chances.
That would be greatly appreciated.
Thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you.
And I'll head out.
All right, so you and Arngrimr return to the Temple of Tyr, and Arngrimr will tell you that he thinks Ingritha would be a better squire. For one thing, he feels that she needs that kind of guidance more. Bjarvar already has kind of has control of his emotions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's what he would say.
I agree. I see more potential in Ingritha as a paladin, and she certainly needs a guiding hand to help temper her emotion. I see greater potential in her as a holy warrior of tier than I do with the boy. I do think that he would do well as a priest, though. I think that he has an aptitude in that area of expertise. I think he would be very good at that.
Yes, indeed. I was thinking much the same, and I would definitely bring him into the church if he wishes that, which he has expressed some interest in.
And if another paladin finds interest in him, that would be great too. But I think it would be best for him to be a cleric.
Yeah, and you're actually, like... I mean, there's plenty of other paladins on Brawl. I mean, not plenty, but there are other paladins on Brawl, but, other than your grandfather, you're the only paladin of tier on Brawl right now, so...
Yeah, so I'll be putting a heavy recommendation for him to join the priesthood.
Yes, and it will keep him here on Brawl. He is quite popular with the children. They really look up to him. I think he would do well in the church and ensure that the children stay close to the Aesir.
Yes, so I'll be taking. I have decided I will take Ingritha on as my squire.
Good, good. It will take a few days to organize everything, but I will let you know when everything is ready for that.
There's another matter I wish to speak with you another time. Have you heard of Green Shield?
Yes, of course.
I am thinking of eventually, when I am ready to retire from my adventuring days, to set up a colony for our faith on Green Shield. I have plans for it, but it is something that would require a lot more personal time from me and funding.
That could be interesting. It would certainly be a challenge. I know people have tried to set up outposts there before without much success.
Yes, but I figure it's a challenge that the Faith of Tyr would be willing to face. It is also where I met my mount, Behemoth, in the same way that our Lord faced Fenrir.
Indeed, indeed, it does sound favored. Well, I would be happy to offer what aid and sponsorship I can when the time comes.
Yes, I can bring my plan for them at some point, so you can look them over yourself if you wish.
Indeed, indeed.
Yeah. Thank you. I should go meet up with my associates to see how their witness gathering and everything has gone.
And I wish you the best of luck. If I can do anything to help, I would be more than happy to do so.
For now, I think the best would be for you to collaborate with the lawyer that we did decide on, Javalars, to see how best you can help out as a witness.
I'd be happy to do so.
Thank you.
So, number one, you now do have official sanction for building a temple fortress kind of thing.
Okay.
At the moment, he will not be able to help you financially in any of that. But after you get started, maybe he can.
Yeah.
In addition, like right now, he said that he can, you can use him as a character witness and stuff like that. But you need to decide how you want to use him before really letting the lawyer know. So
I know. That's something I'm still thinking of.
Mhm.
The best way I could think of is establishing at least that my status as a paladin, because if you have the church backing on that, that helps that.
Yeah. I mean, he could certainly testify to your tithing and stuff.
Yeah. That's basically all I can think of right now, so...
Okay, so you head back to the rest of the party. It's going to be evening now. Finn will also return and share what he learns, and we'll deal with that next session.
Okay.
But
Is there any chance I can retcon something?
It depends on what it is. What do you want?
Well, yeah. I thought of something. Well, I was thinking about the leads, and I was going through my notes when other people were doing stuff.
Mhm.
There was something I was trying to figure out, and that was the people when there was that lady that was sort of charming everyone, and the adventure was called. Hang on.
No, I know which one.
Okay. Well, anyway, I was trying to figure out the names of people, and I got the names of 3 of them. I can't remember if any of them got killed. There was Caden, Usian, and Taxus, and we also rescued someone from the Imperial Navy. Who I think we had to punch him in the face a couple of times, but I can't remember the name of the guy from the Imperial Navy. The thing I'm thinking about retconning is if Solas has been going around the pubs, maybe he could be asking if anyone's heard the tale of these 3 actors. Maybe they might have been spreading news about us. What do you think, Solas? Would you have wanted to do that?
Well, that I think that would be for the next day.
Okay, fair enough.
So you can bring that up with the group that night. Like, hey, I
Okay.
remembered these people that we helped.
Fair
we should
enough.
talk to them or talk about them or something like that. So,
Yeah. All right. I'll do it now then.
yeah. So these were the actors who were captured.
Yeah, they were the actors that were captured.
So
I know.
game-wise, that I think that means that they were the 3 members of Lafdul's Thieves Guild.
Mm-hmm.
Rurif, Morale,
Oh,
Marana,
right.
and the other one.
Right.
And
No,
the other
only
one.
2 members of the Thieves Guild. One was Charmed, the other one was bitten with lycanthropy, and the other one was the Imperial Mage.
Those were the 3 who were. Yeah, okay. So there were the 3 who were charmed and actually fighting, because there was also someone from Showtown.
Yeah.
And then you found someone who was captured, like being prepared to be eaten.
Mhm.
And I'm
I thought that
not
was...
remembering all the names. I'd have to go back and
No, that
Yeah.
was the one that was being tortured to turn into a... wasn't it? Which was Melrana.
I'm basically trying to remember.
I got a note as saved her life from lycanthropy curse with the werevixen. Works in the Thieves Guild.
All right, Braxon, PM me
Okay.
the names that you have for the other people.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I think there were some people who were disappearing who
I might have.
would be dead.
I might have. Yeah, I might have slightly different names from your spellings.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because that's the
Why did I
sentence I've
type
got in my
that?
notes. Yeah, so I'm trying to remember the name of the guy from the Imperial Elven Navy because he'll have standing if he's still here. He might not be here anymore.
That was Lorellis.
Norellis.
Yeah, I used the idea spell and we got the name because none of us remembered that time.
Okay.
We got that yesterday. Last week, sorry. Well, yesterday in game, but...
Okay,
yeah, I'll
so
have
I guess
I'll have to look through my notes for these individuals. I think there were some people that Lafdul spoke to get more information, and that might be them. Like, do you have any? Let's see. What did you do?
Yeah, Warif was one of the people that... Warif was charmed. He was one of the people that were just straight up charmed along with the mage.
Yeah, but this is none of them are the 3 names that Big Mac sent me, and I'm like they're
Alright.
I'm remembering the names. I don't remember the details.
Yeah.
I think they were just missing people from
You can
taverns, weren't
see
they?
the 3. You can see the 3 names in our group chat, the Lafdul.
It's time for all to go binder diving.
Yeah, no, not anyone I know.
Yeah, let me see.
So I'm pretty sure that was an IN officer. He was a spellcaster, wasn't he?
Yes,
Because
he
he
was
was
a
slinging
wizard.
spells at us, which is why.
He was a wizard.
Which
The
is why-
wizard one. You want to
which is
kill him,
why
but I
we-
was like,
I
yeah,
didn't want to
no.
kill him. No, I didn't
Yeah,
want
you
to kill
did.
him. No, I didn't.
He's throwing
No.
spells at me, and then you
No,
were reminded.
No.
Who was that? Because one of you
no.
were.
No. There's been a few adventures where we've fought people that have been charmed, and it's not been me. there was on the asteroid rock. It wasn't me that was trying to kill the lizard men. I was trying to punch him on the nose, knock him out.
No, we're talking about two different things.
Yeah.
I'll try to go through my notes and see if I
Alright,
can
alright.
remember who these
Yeah.
people were. If I can't, then I think we're just going to say that you can't find them.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, I'm just thinking whether they're possible character witnesses, because that's the only other adventure where we were on Bral. But if some of those people were in the Thieves Guild, then Braxon wouldn't know they were in the Thieves Guild.
No, but
I guess Lafdul would
Those-
discourage him from calling those people as witnesses.
yeah.
Those three names mentioned were no one that I know of. I've not written them down or anything.
Right.
Those three. Well,
Yeah.
Old ones him did as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, for now, we'll...
Yeah, I sent those names all.
Yeah, I got them. I'll look around and see if I can find them.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the other thing I was really thinking is that if Solas is going around taverns trying to talk about us, then people might have heard of that from these guys if they didn't if they weren't so traumatized that they gave up acting.
So, I mean, like, the story of this would, like, there would be stories told about some of the things that you've done on Brawl already, like, both
Yeah.
from, because Solas has made some, shared some stories, and other people would be making stories. Doesn't necessarily mean that they'd be accurate, doesn't necessarily mean that they'd be talking about you
Yeah.
specifically, kind of thing, so...
Yeah. Yeah, they could say some people came and rescued me. And
Well,
not
I
say
mean,
anything more about it.
like, a bard in a tavern could just be like, hey, there was this thing that happened. I'm going to write a story about it.
Yeah.
And, like, they don't have no actual knowledge other than what they've heard talk and stuff
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
true.
Kind of
That's
thing.
true.
And then, of course, just people talk. So, you know, and you get the,
Yeah.
you know, the curse of the telephone game kind of thing going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone earlier suggested we try and get a reference from the company of the Chalice, but I can't remember if we've actually had any official dealings with them.
I don't think you've done much with the company of the Chalice here on Brawl. You definitely dealt with them in
It was
Crit
Crin
Space.
Space, wasn't it?
We did
Yeah.
we did in Crin Space.
Yeah.
With the
and the
Star Knights
Star-
and the October Arcane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they would have brought news that because you contacted them after you went through the Cosmic Storm, and they would have shared, you know, since they passed on the rewards and everything.
Yeah.
So they would have shared with relevant people here on Brawl that you were lost and coming back. So, like the families of your crew and stuff like that.
Oh right. How would they have got a message through? Because that would be
That would have been
evidence
done through ISET.
through it. Okay. And they would have communicated direct with it.
Yeah.
So that'd be in her records. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's more stuff we'd ask her to pass to the lawyers.
Because I like They probably would have used the Company of the Chalice to get the funds, but it would have been sent with like a detailed letter of everything that they knew and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like the money that your reward would have been given to the Kryn branch of the Company of the Chalice, and then the Bral branch of the Company of the Chalice would give the same amount of money over to Iset, kind of thing.
Yeah. Like a sort of letter that gets you paid.
Yeah.
I
Letter
forget what
of
they call
credit.
that, but I forget what they call it, but there's like a banking system of that now.
IOU?
No,
It's a
no,
letter
no.
of credit.
Yeah, letter of credit, basically.
Mm.
Basically, a thing that in real life Templars started using actively.
All right, so you've gotten the lawyer hired. You've done some things. You're back together in the evening. Any plans you want to start making for the next day? Keep in mind if there's Lafdul, you're going to try to get some more information in the evening.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that. I'm also gonna head over to the Thieves Guilds because obviously Samara's. Well, I want to learn if she's learning anything from her, but if she's able or anything like that, she might have found out it might have been too hard for her or whatever. But I would learn that. But also to give our information that we know, what we know so far, just generally, just give her an overview, I guess.
Okay.
Because if she's to help us, she needs to know what's going on with us. So I'm just keeping her in the loop, as it were.
All right.
So basically telling her that this whole lawsuit is your actions.
Legitimate to a certain extent. No, I'm just saying the
Uh,
direction the company's going in.
Yes, Ockar?
Well, at least some of us should go talk to the Elven Imperial Navy, yeah.
Yeah, I was
Well, that's
also
for
saying
the Solas is going to do that the next day.
Okay.
Oh, next day it's not
Yeah.
doing it today.
I might do
I-
some...
They might not have people around who would be there to talk to us at the evening.
You never know.
And
Elves
I mean,
don't actually sleep; they go in reverie.
he and Leva are spreading stories about you guys around. Totally positive. Wink, wink. Fingers crossed. Sorry, you were saying, Ockar?
Most definitely.
I might do some research not related to the case. I might do some research tomorrow into monitors to learn more about them.
Okay. All right.
All I know is that they're lawful good flying centaurs.
Yeah. So Lafdul, you head to the Thieves Guild after wrapping up with Braxon.
Yeah.
And meet with Samara.
If she's still in.
Yeah.
If she's been in there all day.
She's in and out. You would not have to wait too long for her to come in. She like a lot of what her work is like sending people out to get information and collating it and stuff like that. Like she's more of she doesn't actively go out and gather the information herself most of the time.
She's the information gatherer.
Yeah. She knows people who can do it.
Specific role.
And most of them are not actually thieves. So she welcomes you in. I understand that you have hired Javlarst.
Yes, we have hired on Madame. I guess she says that with a slight coy, as in she beat me to the punchline, or as it were.
Yeah.
Keeping tabs on it. That's good, I suppose. Yeah, no, we've hired on with them. So I give her the rundown of what we know, what I learnt from snooping around. I'm planning on doing it again tonight because now I have a more accurate lead as to the whole list of charges of where to acquire the information. Now I know where to search.
That is interesting. All right. Do you share what you learned?
Yeah,
No, no,
I
she's
share. I
she's
share.
genuinely interested with in what you've learned. Do you share what you guys learned from the commune spell?
Uh, just no. It is a. Yeah, I would. I would say it's just a hilarious event. That there is legitimacy to his complaints. That we just happen to be there every time something goes wrong. He's just there. So my god had a great chuckle at that when I asked him if he was cursed.
Yes, yes. Well, I did some snooping of my own, and it definitely lines up with what you have learned. So I found out that there was a meeting that he had scheduled with Nobraduk, Arkan Nobraduk. And it seems to have been right around the time that you had some dealings with him. And I guess he got very angry because he was negotiating something and will no longer work with Arkan because of he broke off negotiations with him.
Run the recall. What was this?
So okay, sorry.
Character?
So she says I probably didn't describe it well. I've learned that Broyard was in some sort of negotiations with Arkan Nobraduk, and they were ongoing at around a point when you, as a group, ended up doing some work with him, and he had abruptly cut off that Arkan Nobraduk abruptly cut off the negotiations. I don't have any details beyond that, and the impression I got.
Wait, he's not the third party, is he?
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Random
Third party of what?
epiphany in my head.
The guy
'Cause
that
wasn't
did
there,
the
like-
kidnapping.
Yeah, there was a third group, wasn't there? That was supposed to be responsible in the end. Or am I thinking of the other thing we did with the Skaver?
We didn't find
Yeah,
out who was behind the kidnapping in the Nobraduk thing.
Yeah.
So it might be him. So you might be
Oh
on
yeah,
to
so
something,
I'll
but-
elaborate.
He might just be the negotiator for the kidnappers.
Yeah, I'll elaborate as much as I can on that story because I don't think there's any harm in them actively knowing. And
That is very interesting. She's definitely making some mental notes about Arkan Nobraduk now.
In what
I
way?
don't know the details about what any of these negotiations were specifically about, but there's never been any hint that we've discovered that Falderic has anything to do with slavery. But it's entirely possible that we haven't learned that. I will definitely do some digging, see if I can
it's
confirm that one way or the other.
I did a reading, as it were, get vibes from people, I suppose you could say. And he didn't exactly feel like a good person, but not an evil person either. He was just kind of like, it's just business kind of guy, kind of deal. So he might have seen as distasteful. I can't say the word now. Distasteful. That he might have considered doing slavery. Seems a bit.
Well, I'll look into it to see if I can learn anything about that.
Yeah. That's not something I would have expected.
The only thing I know is that he was apparently in some sort of negotiations with Arkan Nobraduk, and then Arkan met with your group, and then broke off the negotiations, and it quite angered Falderic. He has refused to have anything to do with Arkan Nobraduk ever since.
The only thing we did with Nobodek was to rescue his son. He was held hostage. And we never found out of the third party. Unfortunately, this is an awkward rabbit hole.
I mean, you can always go ask Noberduk to see if he knows anything about it.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, how did I learn about this information?
I mean, you can always say that you used magics.
That's
Yeah,
always
I suppose.
that's always a good excuse since you're a cleric thing.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah,
You learned it from your god.
I think it'd be a good thing for you to go and talk about that.
No, yeah, I guess there's something I could chase up or check in with the tavern, because I met up with his son today, actually, with our captain.
If
Of the
Nobuduk's
company.
enemies are going after us, then it's good for us to know that, and it's good for him to know that.
And if he had anything to do with the kidnapping, it's good for all of us to bring him to justice.
Yeah.
So it's something that you definitely should go after, in my opinion.
Like,
Or as a group,
So
if you
I
tell,
am going to
tell
chase
the
this
group.
up. It was just I'm just trying to think. Obviously, I'm relaying everything else. Our general party organization strategy, witnesses we're calling for so far. A lot of character witness, relying on a lot of character witnesses so far. But I mean, there is a possibility if he has done something wrong, and we can prove that he's done something wrong, and we can countersee, I guess, as it were. Or, well, I don't know what the right term would be.
It basically would be. I mean, it would just be
Defrauding?
a lawsuit to sue him if you.
Human trafficking.
I mean, if you if he has done something that violates the laws of Bral, then you can certainly just report him and share any evidence of that and get him arrested, kind of thing.
yeah.
And that might get the lawsuit that he is bringing against us dismissed.
Yes, he cannot continue a lawsuit if he's been sent to the underside.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that puts a swift end to that.
If
we'd
you
have to,
wish, I could ensure that such a evidence of such could be found.
How long do you need for that? My eyes narrow at that statement.
Oh, it would definitely not be done before the lawsuit actually gets underway. But if he's arrested and can't continue his lawsuit, it just works out in your favor then.
I get the feeling she's being genuine about this information, or she's just providing
Oh
me
no,
with an option.
She's genuinely she's being genuine about framing him for something.
Well, yeah, no, I mean about the information that she has gathered. There's this legitimate information.
She has shared legitimate information. What she's basically offering you right now is to frame him for crimes.
All right.
She has no solid evidence of him having broken any laws. What she's saying is basically like planting evidence that he has been involved in something to get him imprisoned or sent to the underside, kind of thing.
It would be obviously better if it was I would appreciate it if it was at least investigated to see if you can actually find any evidence before planting some, as it were. I mean,
yeah, I mean she's already going to look into see if she can uncover something that he might be guilty of. But what she's basically saying is that she can start, fabricating evidence right now to ensure that he appears to have done something.
Yeah. How
Now-
much is this going to cost Paul after?
Oh, it would cost quite a bit.
Yeah, I would imagine.
But
it's not that I'm short of money, but
at the same
kinda
time,
like,
it's also not guaranteed. She cannot guarantee it.
Yeah, I know.
And it could backfire hard on us.
And I wrote
That's
in the
why I'm
Twitch
trying
chat,
to see if the legitimacy behind it. That's why.
Right,
There
but-
needs to be some kind of investigation before.
Right. She
More than
again,
just
she's going to
readers.
look into it. You can just say, hold that thought. I'll get back to you on it if you want.
Yeah, hold the fort. You can start preparing it if it isn't too much hassle.
I'll
'Cause it
start coming
is
up with some ideas, but I won't get anything underway yet.
Yeah, basically.
and then Lafdul accidentally lets it slip that the poor guy has been framed, and Ockar and Solas needs to prove his innocence now.
We'd be obligated.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be a way to get him on your side. Be like, this guy was suing us, but that's a reasonable misunderstanding. We believe he's a good character, even so, and we're going to
Imagine
defend
this-
you against these scurrilous
This would be-
lies.
This would be the most popular story for the next month.
Even if he wasn't a good character, if Solas would find out that he was framed, Solas would be basically duty bound to try and prove his innocence due to his alignment.
So, Lafdul, she will say as well that she's lined up the situation for getting a pair of friendly picks into the jury pool. If you're
Into the
prepared.
jury pool.
Yeah. So basically there will be 2
Yeah.
people on your side on the jury. Guaranteed.
Alright, how much is this going to cost me?
That will be
Although
that'll be
I
1,000
am
gold
willing-
pieces.
Alright, 1,000. So I am willing to. This is something I brought up earlier. Obviously, I'll pay for it. I've got the money.
Mhm.
But something I was going to try to do for the guild was to try and hamper the opposing guild. I just haven't been able to focus on that because this has been in front of my face.
Right.
All the time. So I will obviously deduct a guild 1,000. Alright. Done. Paid, I guess.
All right.
Lafdul
So
just
do you want
seemingly
to
has
bring
named
up
the
with
supply
her
of
this
gold coming out.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Okay.
Sorry. What were you saying?
It's like Lafdul was like a seemingly endless supply of gold just coming out of this tiny purse. It's not hard to realize after a while.
Oh, she will she suspects that you have magic of that sort and stuff like that.
Coated in it.
So she will well, sorry, no. You were going to talk about trying to set up the red masks for with that magic lock kind of
Cursed
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just needed to get like a chest or something made with that lock in it. And make like a game or a show or something, like advertise while I'm like selling goods, want to try to look at a little game.
I think it's a little bit more like a padlock, if I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
I
I'll
thought
go
it
back
was
and double
some kind
check.
of
I'll go back and
cursed.
double check. Because I
It was
think
like
it
a
was
smashed chest or something.
right.
I remember that. Was this like the contest he was trying to do?
Well, right, but
No.
he picked up a magic item that was a lock that can curse the person who tries to
picks
pick it. I think it was more like a padlock because it was pretty easy to take. I'll go
The
double
lock
check it.
wasn't hard. But
I'll go double check it. 'Cause what I'm saying is I don't think you need to make a chest. You just need a chest that can take this kind of lock.
Yeah, fit around it.
Yeah, super. Well, right, but it's like a padlock. You just need something that latches.
Oh.
If I'm remembering correctly, I'll go back and look at it.
I
But
have on my thing.
so you bring this
Nothing
up.
specific.
you bring this up, and Samara gets an idea and says, I could try and frame him for a crime, but make it obvious that it's a frame-up, but make it appear to be the Red Masks.
Wouldn't that draw a lot of attention? Well, I mean, if it's good for the guild, but draws attention to them if they figure out it's us.
Something to consider.
Hmm.
That would divert
Oh,
attention
I
away
do
from our
mention-
guild and also put pressure on our enemies.
Yeah, that's always a good thing. I'll mention the tavern that I suspected I saw a lot of red masks at. Oh, they probably told me originally.
Yeah,
rather
they
than
did
me.
tell you about that. Yeah, they're like they know that Red Masks haunt that place. So like they suspect that like in that block somewhere is their guild house.
Yeah, no, I mentioned I gave a report of that place since I've been in there. I mean, they've probably got reports of it anyway. So
Yeah.
just saying, I was just.
She will
That's-
like her brow will furrow and she will say, next time, get permission before doing something so dangerous, please.
That wasn't me. Lafdul changes its appearance right in front of her with his hat of disguise.
I'm aware that you have magic at your
Boys.
disposal, but so do they.
Oh, well, I've got magic that protects me against such scrying.
I'm just
She's saying ask for permission and not for forgiveness.
Mm.
she's
Also-
very concerned that you could have and maybe perhaps did and they just haven't acted on it yet. But
I could verify their magical capabilities by using my own magic to see if any of them are actively disguised.
Even if you disguised, for example, that amulet of yours.
Oh yeah, if they got true
and
seeing up,
protection,
but that's-
yeah, true seeing, it would see through.
they would need to have that up all the time. That's incredibly expensive to keep that up going. Like,
there
300
are
gold
magic
every-
items that do that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Also, can't you permanency true seeing?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
You can
I
have
mean,
magic
you
Her,
can
items
her,
make
that have
her
gems
true
and
point
seeing.
tracing
her
stuff.
point is that she views what you did as taking an unnecessary risk to the guild. She's not going to report you, but she's also not happy about it, and it's more of just like, be careful.
Stay on your toes. Yeah.
Be careful. Just because
Alright,
things are already like in a bad way between the two guilds. So if you made it worse, the juggler might require you to do something in exchange or get jettisoned. So
Mm.
this is something that you would be aware of.
All right.
Like big mistakes and betrayal are really bad.
Accidentally causing turf war is bad.
Well, there's already a turf war going on, but
Well,
accidentally
intensifying.
escalating it would be bad as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're lucky that like as an adventuring associate kind of thing, as opposed to a normal member of the guild.
My face is very less known as well.
Yeah. Most of their faces are unknown across the board anyway, but it is still like she's just like sees it as an unnecessary risk that you put on the guild.
No, I make sure I know which taverns to avoid in the territory of the area.
Yeah, I mean, I'll let you know
When you
if it comes up again.
When you mentioned that Lafdul might get the jetties, does that mean that Lafdul would have a mandatory visit to his friends, the Otyugs?
The Juggler's Men do have a an agreement with the Oyugs. They do. You would know that, Lafdul. All right, so you've paid to get 2 friendly people on the jury. Is there anything else that you want to talk to her about or discuss with her or have her do or anything like that?
Trying to think.
I did post you a question in the group chat.
Did.
And yes, the Lock of Curses is
a
padlock style lock. I did just verify
padlock. To answer your question, Solas, I'm gonna try and get it myself if I can.
Okay.
It's just unfortunately, she's given me like another avenue to also search. It's kind of like, oh, how many times do I have to snoop around him? Because it's also a chance to get caught. Yeah. Or at least gets him suspicious. I say, is there anything in particularly? Well, no, because Sorry, clarification here. I did say I was going to be snooping around his abode, didn't I?
I don't know if you said. Well,
the only reason I went to that tavern was to see if he went in there. That was all.
Yeah. Yeah, like you can snoop around his house, but that tavern in particular is more of a, be careful kind of thing. Like, she's not saying don't go into that specific area, but do be careful kind of thing.
Well, I do make it known that I am, if he is in his abode tonight, I do plan on going in there.
Okay. And what is your goal when you go in?
Memory read again, essentially. Okay. To see if I can get the list of charges now that I know where to search for memory-wise, because he said he was going to meet up with the lawyer a couple of days later. So I searched for that memory, essentially.
Okay.
I have my ring of invisibility. I have speak with animals to, I don't know.
Do you just need line of sight? Like, does he...
No, because I got a weave golden thread through a linen sheet, so there's material components in it.
Oh,
so
yeah,
you can't... relatively close.
You can't do that while you're invisible either. Well, without putting them down and picking them back up so they're not invisible.
I probably would do it like that way.
Yeah.
Rather have the floating objects than the entire me visible.
Yeah.
I mean, the objects are only visible as long as they exist as materials.
One thought is at some point to see if you can get the memory of him trying to meet with Noverduk.
Yeah, that's what I mean by throwing a spanner in the works. I've got to do this a third time. Because it's like a soft cooldown on the memory read. Well, it says I lose 3 constitution, so or 1d3.
So
like 8 hours.
To be honest.
Go ahead, Solas.
Yeah, to be honest, that sounds like a more important lead than the potential full list of accusations, since those we can get from the lawyers.
Yeah.
Well,
but it's of course your decision.
Is that changing what you want to do? We are closing in on the end of the session.
Yeah, give me time to think about it, I think.
Okay.
I mean, we are at the end of the session.
So you want to go go to his and like watch his apartment and kind of make a decision as you see him come home, kind of thing?
Yeah, I got a couple of polymorph self, so I got like 6 hours of playtime if I need to wait around for a while.
And do you think you'd try to just go back in the same way that you went in the previous night?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Imagine it'd be straightforward unless they've suddenly patched up that hole. And I wonder if that cat's around. Probably stay away for a few days based on the dog.
Then in that case, I think we will call it a session here, and we'll pick up next time with Lafdul trying to infiltrate the house again, or deciding not to do it.
Okay.
If he doesn't want to.
Question, Ald. That book Braxon's got. That's
Bruce Dex.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a quickness of action book. If Braxon starts reading that, has he got to read it intensive, or can he read little bits and come back to it?
You need to spend. You need to read it over a certain amount of days. Let me.
You didn't read it. You just had to start practicing the effects.
Isn't it all of the things have to be done in a relatively short time period?
Yeah, I can't remember.
I think you did study the book.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Right.
sure you did. You just had to practice
Okay.
it for another month, all the
Yeah.
things every morning or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what sort of things would Braxon need to do? Could he dance around the streets or something like that?
No, it just gives you a list of exercises that you must practice, and you have to do it faithfully for a month. You do have 3 months in which to do that.
Yeah.
But I will say that you need to spend at least an hour in the morning and an hour at night doing that.
Okay. All right.
So this lock's a padlock, right?
Yes.
All right. And just change it to padlock.
I think it would be fair to count when he finished reading the book for when he started doing that, how many days ago that was.
But this is just coming up now, and he's asking about it, so...
Yeah, this is how it rolls. I haven't said it before, so he's going to say I'm starting now.
Yeah.
So
I
how are
will...
you handling it, Braxon?
If you... Braxon, are you saying that you want to make sure that you're doing it every morning and every night for an hour?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't see the court case taking that much time, and he doesn't have to do any spell research or anything.
Okay, so...
I could always ask Ockar to borrow the blanket and then spend 4 hours 4 hours in the night doing it.
I mean, if you choose not to do it in the morning and night, and you do it like in the afternoon instead, kind of thing, for 2 hours, if that works out, that's fine. It's just you got to do it every day.
Yeah. What happens if Braxon does more than 2 hours? Does that make it happen fast, or
no?
It still takes a month.
No,
Okay.
It still takes a month.
Like
Basically, it doesn't
training.
like you got to do the exercises and then rest, kind of thing. So
Right, got you.
All right, so I will make a note. So you'll have 30 days left.
Right.
Okay. All right. So I have that noted down, along with like I'm keeping track of the the armor and the translation and the research and stuff like that. And you'll be informed when those things are advancing as well. All right, but we're not quite done with this day because Lafdul's gonna do some more investigation. Lafdul, how many memory read spells do you have?
The one.
Just one.
I assumed I'm limited to 1 per day due to the
That's
Constitution.
a good point. Yes, that's a good point. Well, I mean,
I don't know if they stack.
They would, and I would say that it would be like 16 hours to get like if you did 2, it would be like 16 hours, and you might suffer.
They would start compounding me.
Yeah. So yeah, one is definitely safer. Okay, let me think for a second.
I mean, that's the only reason I didn't take 2. I would have taken 2 otherwise.
Right,
But
right.
it's here nor there.
I keep forgetting about that Constitution loss.
I assume it's like the same with when you do draw upon Holy Power, that you can't cast it again to extend it or to...
Yeah, that's
because
correct.
you suffer the negatives when it wears off. Great spell, but the downside's really awful.
Okay, experience-wise, Braxon, that is going to be 700 experience points. Ockar, that is going to be 1,000 experience points. Lafdul, that is going to be 1,500 experience points. Solas, that is going to be 650 experience points. And Leva, 600 experience points.
Just inching ever so closer to the 12th level, my thief. Just not quite, you know.
I'm inching my way towards 11th level.
My priest, yeah, my thief will be 3 levels higher.
All right. Well, you just got to do more things for your to get you individual class experience for your priest. Yeah.
Also reminds me, I gotta get a new holy symbol as well.
Yeah. All right, but that will be next time. Lafdul is going to be sneaking into the merchant's house again, and we will see what comes of that. And then you'll still be ticking down the days before your first initial meeting at the magistrate. Now, if there gets to be a point where it's like you got 3 days left before that, and you don't actually have anything anyone really needs to do, you can just basically be like, we're ready to go to that. So just
Gotcha.
FYI, if they're like, you don't have to do something every day. If it gets to a point where you're like, we're good, we're ready, then it'll just be like, all right, you're just going to do normal things, making sure that you're mentally prepared, talk to people, blah blah blah, that kind of thing, and pass that time. Just so you know.
Solas is going to be going around telling the stories about our adventures, but that can be sped up.
Right, and if that's what it is, like, yeah, I'm going to spend the next 3 days just going and sharing these stories, kind of thing. All right, so, but yep.
Just a quick point of clarification. With Samaria, when she was talking to me about the potential slavery or the cut off the meeting, was there anything tangible? You know, like I would indicate that I can track something by having.
No, she's basically just sharing some rumors and stories that she heard that he was apparently in some negotiations. Arkan Noberduk cut it off, and now Falderic is just like will not deal with Arkan Noberduk anymore. So, all right. When we come back next time, we'll see what Lafdul learns and what the rest of the party gets up to. I want to thank you guys for watching, and we will be back next week. See you then, everyone.